everybody. So I'm here for another plan with me in my vertical planner. If you missed yesterday's video, I talked kind of all about how my transition from dashboard to vertical is going. I was getting some questions about that, and I thought that I would kind of open that up and share with you. So today I'm actually not using any Happy Planner sticker books, which is kind of new for me, but I'm pretty excited about. So I'm going to use this book that was gifted to me at Go Wild. This is Posh Faves. This is from Live Love Posh. I've never used her stickers before, and I'm super excited to try them. And then I also brought in some functional things. So this pastel boxes from Mojo Jojo Plans, and then the purple boxes and more. And I will kind of share with you what we are doing, and we are going to keep the mood happy and bright, even though I'm probably going to be talking about a little bit more of a somber topic. So I'm going to plan to use these stickers. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. And then some of these like tulip florals that go with it. I love them. So a few weeks ago, I shared over on my Instagram that my grandmother, my paternal grandmother, Sandy, had passed away, and she had been battling a type of blood cancer for quite some time. So she lived, I think, like 3 to 4 years longer than, we expected her to after this diagnosis. And then about, I want to say like a month ago, she fell and broke her hip, and since then it's just been kind of like a steady decline. It just kind of took the wind out of her sails, as it were. So we are very sad and we miss her quite a lot. But this week is her party, her celebration. Pastels were her favorite. She loved like any kind of pastels, especially lavender. So that's kind of the purpose behind this. And then she loved that so much. And so we are all going to be wearing pastels and celebrating her. And we are, yeah, so that's what we're doing. So that's kind of a little bit of the behind the scenes here. And that will be happening on Saturday. So we have that happening on Saturday the 15th. Looks like I need to update my monthly with that. But yeah, so we have a clean week ready to plan. So I'm going to pull some of my more functional things in. I'm going to check out this Mojo Jojo Plans sticker book. Oh, this is really nice. She has multiple colors. Okay, the purples, I'm a big fan. Okay, love. I might not even need that purple boxes and more. I like this so much. Okay, perfect. Yeah, lots of shades. That's great because there are different shades of purple in this. Are there green in here too? Let's see. Oh, there are. Those are perfect and they match almost perfectly. I'm a big fan. Okay, so I think I'm actually going to start with what should we do? I think I'm going to actually start with a purple box. So we're going to kind of start backwards, and I'm going to start with marking the service for grandma first, just so we have that in here. And so I believe that is happening in like afternoon. So we will put that down here. And I tried to turn, a couple of you guys have been talking about like the brightness and stuff, and it's just so weird because I plan in a basement where there's like one tiny little window, and if it's really bright by that window, then the sun is like coming in. And then I have tons of light and it's like too much with the way that my camera is set up and all my lighting. And then if it's dark, like if I'm planning at night, then there's just almost like not enough. So I definitely do my best, but I'm in no way a like professional photographer or anything like that. So any feedback or tips are great, but I feel like just like kind of complaining about it isn't super helpful, but I definitely do my best. But if there is ever anything you can't see, I have this probably fully edited over on my Instagram where you can check it out as well. Okay, and I think for this one, I'm going to cover up this little rainbow friend just because it's not quite exactly what I'm looking for. So we are going to put these cute little macaroons over here, and then I'm going to trim that on the other side. And so the way that I do this, I just pull up the page and then I grab my scissors, and then I can easily see the sticker on the other side, and I can kind of trim there. So yeah, there we go. Oops, I think I got the page a little bit, but this is what it is. Okay, so that looks cute. That'll match really nicely. just didn't have any really pink in this spread. So, okay, what else do we have going on this week? Let's see here. Pulling up my digital brain calendar. Okay, so then Monday the 10th, don't have anything there. Oh, on Tuesday, Lila has art with her art teacher. So she goes to, one of our neighbors actually teaches a little art class, which is so fun. We started doing it for her during the pandemic, and she's just kind of stuck with it. It's been really great for her. So yeah, and she does that Tuesday evenings. So we'll put that over here. Cute. Okay. And then what else do we have just going on this week? Not a ton of plans. Nothing yet. Okay, we have that. And then, oh, and then Sunday is our guinea pig cage cleaning. So not a ton of plans. So we'll just I'll probably just end up adding some boxes in here just like I did last week, because that actually worked really well for me to just add things in and just to have that space where, you know, I could decorate or journal or kind of whatever I needed. It was really nice. So I think I'm going to do that again. I love in Mojo Jojo's books that she has some boxes with lines and some without. I love the lined boxes. They are some of my favorites. Okay, and then I'll just put this kind of up at the top right here. And I think what I'll do is I'm going to start kind of squeezing in some of these decorative items and just kind of see how I feel about it. I don't think I want all of these florals across the bottom. I was thinking about that, if I wanted to do that. Let me just see. Would that be crazy? I don't know if it would be. I'm gonna try it actually and see. Worst case, I just have to pull up a long sticker, but I think it might be cute. Although I have a lot of other big stickers. Let me just see. Oh no, not this one. That one's cute too though. I just like the look of like the handbags and stuff too, because that was totally Grandma Sandy. Like she loved her purses and her shoes, and I just love that. So I don't know that I'm gonna do the whole thing of tulips. That could be really cute for another spread, but I'll save that. Let's see. Let me do this. Maybe we'll put this one. And she, oh my gosh, I remember going over to her house, and she, for the longest time, she lived in this apartment, and she had what we kids refer to as the back bedroom. And she had this like day bed back there, and that's where all of us like hung out and slept. And so she ended up having, okay, so my brother and me and my other two cousins, and then my other two cousins, and then their older sibling. I think that is 8 grandchildren. And then she has at least 2 great-grandchildren. And then I know that she has 1 brand new great-grandchild. But all of us cousins who were the first, you know, set of grandchildren, we always used to go over there, and that's where she would have us over to spend the night. And I don't know, I feel like we just would go back there and like hang out and like make memories and probably cause trouble, to be honest. Like, I don't really remember what exactly we were doing back there, but it can't have all been like by the book. And then like as we got older, she was always like so welcoming and like let us bring our friends over, and it was just the best. Like hanging out at Grandma Sandy's house, it was kind of the best. Okay, I don't think I'm going to use that one. I don't necessarily love the shape, but it's just like memories like that. Like it's, you know, I am so lucky that I got to have my grandmother until, you know, I'm in my mid-30s. I feel very, very lucky about that for sure. She was a wonderful lady. She was absolutely wonderful. And yeah, she was really great. So it was great to have that time with her, and it was really cool, like in these last couple of weeks, seeing everybody from her life like come by and visit, because my parents and I were there a lot. So she is my dad's mom, and so we were there quite a lot, just kind of like being with her and that kind of thing, which is hard for me. I don't know, I don't do very well with end of life things, and so I am glad that, you know, I got to be there with her, but that end of life part is just really tough for me personally, because I like to hang on to, like I was sharing, you know, those positive memories and remembering like the happier times that we all spent together. And it's just hard seeing somebody that you care for kind of like, you know, get weaker and all of that at the end there. So that was definitely difficult, but we were over there quite a lot. And something that was really neat when we were over there is like seeing everyone from her life and just like being there with her and just really like sharing their stories, like things that I had never heard before and like parts of her life that I never knew about. And that was just really, really neat. I really enjoyed that part of everything. So yeah, as hard as it can be, I think that it definitely was important for us to be there. So yeah, I definitely am happy that I was there, even though I feel like I maybe had to be asked more than I should have been, because like I said, I just don't typically do very well with that end part. It's just tough for me. And I think it like, you know, makes you kind of think about your own like mortality and that kind of thing, and that can be difficult as well. Yeah, definitely was a hard few weeks, but I think my aunts have been having a tough time. So one of her middle daughters, my aunt, lived next door to her and had been basically doing like all of her care and things. And I think after she passed, it's been just really difficult for her specifically because, you know, she's been with her so much and all of that. So yeah, it's just that part has been hard to watch. And it's hard to see, you know, people that you really care for as well, just, you know, having to go through grief. I'm a self-described empath, and I hate it when anyone around me is feeling sad or that kind of thing. So yeah, so we are going to be celebrating Grandma Sandy this week, and I am excited to see all of the people who loved her and like share stories. The other part of it is that my daughter, who was the first great grandchild, had a very special connection with Grandma Sandy. They were two peas in a pod. We always called them our two little old ladies because they would do things together all the time. And so Delilah, who is my daughter, had a very unique story of coming into the world, and I'll maybe share that in another time. But I was very young and still finishing up school, and so my now husband and I needed a lot of family support. And so Grandma Sandy, of course, like stepped right up, and she took a day and was, you know, there for us and hung out with Delilah all the time, and they just developed such a unique bond. It was so cool to see and to just be witness to. They just loved each other, like, and they liked all of the same things. So Grandma Sandy loved probably nothing better than going and shopping and then coming home and eating snacks. And so they would go to Walgreens, is like one of their favorite spots to go. And like they would go and do that, and then they would come home and they would have snacks, and it was just, they would watch shows. Like Grandma Sandy would let Delilah watch all of the things that she wanted, all of her kids' shows, so she knew she could go over there and pretty much watch whatever she wanted, and Grandma would be totally happy to do that with her. And it was just so cool. Like that part was really interesting and unique to, again, to be witness to. But on the other hand, on the other side of that, it has been quite difficult for Delilah since Grandma has passed. This is like her first experience of going through grief, and, you know, with someone that she knows. You know, we lost a pet, we lost a dog a few years ago, but this is her first experience with someone who she was very close to and knew and spent time with passing. And so that has been difficult as a parent to try to navigate that as well. So we're just kind of like trying to figure this whole thing out and, you know, take our time. And, you know, I encouraged Delilah to talk about it, and my grandmother was on hospice for the last, I don't know, probably month of her life. And they have been such a blessing and wonderful to have, because they also offer, you know, grief counseling for the family and that kind of thing. And, you know, we've offered that to Delilah as well if she needs it. So yeah, so that has been just something that we are all trying to kind of navigate through and process and figure out and all of that. So yeah, that has been kind of what has been going on for us. But, you know, grief is such an interesting thing, because like I am a very logical person, right? So I can kind of like logic my way out of a lot of things, but in cases like this where I'm like, okay, I know that this was like the best thing. Like she was obviously in pain and all of that, and you know, you definitely don't want your loved ones to be suffering, but at the same time, like the selfish part of you is like, man, every time I drive past her house now, it's been like, oh, just like a punch in the gut kind of. And so, yeah, just kind of navigating all of these like new complex emotions and like walking through kind of the firsts. Like this will be, we just had our, or are going to have our first Easter celebration without her, and you know, celebrating the holidays was something that she loved. Man, she loved a good party. Like even at the end, and even when like nobody else wanted to go to things, like she was like, yeah, I want to go to that, you know, like when there was a celebration happening, she was there. And so like having these moments of celebration kind of without her, that will be, I think, pretty difficult. So yeah, that is just kind of where we are and what we're kind of navigating through as a family, and just kind of like walking through. And all of your well wishes on Instagram were definitely appreciated, that's for sure. So thank you for all of those. So yeah, that's kind of the inspiration behind this week. I haven't really talked much about what I'm doing. I'm just kind of like flipping through things and putting stickers down and all of that. So I do want to see in this one, I don't know if there are checklists. I might have to get the green book to get checklists out of the green. This is just boxes, which is great. I love a book of all boxes. I'm gonna grab maybe another checklist, because I want to add these in here, but I feel like I'm maybe getting a little bit over decorated or something. And I also don't want like, maybe here's what I'll do. I will put another box down there and I'll leave that as like a journaling space after the service. That will be really nice. That will be nice for me to have that. Maybe we'll do like a purple one, because I know that afterwards I'm going to be having a lot of feelings, because like I said, I don't know, it just is, it's hard for me. Like the whole death and dying process, and then even like the after part, I don't know really what to do with other people's emotions as well. That's difficult for me. So yeah, I guess we will just have to kind of see how it goes. And yeah, definitely I'm going to be there though, for sure. And then I know Delilah wants to be there, and then we'll kind of have to figure out if it's a good idea for Harrison to be there. And I don't know, I just don't know how it's gonna go. So we'll have to see. If he would like to be there, he's definitely able to. Just kind of play it by ear and see how things go. And I'm trying to fit this fashion magazine into this, because she was so sweet and always loved her like fashion and all of that. So when I saw these pages in this book and knew that we were going to be having a springy celebration for Grandma, I thought that would be amazing. Oh, I like this sticker as well. Live, Love, Bloom. I'm a big fan of the little black quotes throughout. Maybe we can put this down here. That's really pretty. Okay, and then I'm actually just going to look through and see if there are any other little quote type things or any other little purple items that I can add, because even if they don't go in the same kit, I'm pretty okay with that. But I love that there are the little quotes in that one. I might actually have to get that full sticker book. We'll have to see. And usually I'm not like really into anything like florally, and I know that Live Love Posh does a ton of florals, and hers are so beautifully done. I'm so happy to have them in my collection. Just looking for any other little quote things. Oh, that one's cute too. I looked at doing that one as well, and then I was like, oh yeah, definitely. Okay, we're gonna do, I looked at doing a couple of these as well. I would like to add in, I know it doesn't go together necessarily, but I think I'd like to do a couple of these little hummingbirds as well. Maybe even in place of this, I can put the nail polish sticker in another spot. These come up really nicely too. Perfect. That is perfect. Kind of put this right here. It's kind of almost too big, and it's a little too big for right there. I think that won't work as well as I thought it was going to, because it's in that corner, and I am watching that spot there to see if my camera turns off. It may or may not. But this little like purpley rainbow hummingbird. That makes me think of like what grandma might be. I don't know. I don't know what happens next for me. I don't know. I don't necessarily like have all the answers. And so, yeah, just thinking about that little hummingbird was just really comforting to me when I saw it. Oh, there's a smaller one. That's cute. Maybe that one can fit, although it looks, and then yeah, we'll be close to kind of wrapping things up here. Just want to make sure that we are well decorated and that, you know, we have a beautiful spread to send grandma off. So there is that. I think that is going to be everything. Let me just double check and see. I don't think I finished looking all the way through this book, but this spread turned out really pretty, just like exactly how I wanted it to. Super pretty. So, and I really love the Live Love Posh Faves sticker book. I don't know if this one is available in her shop, but it's just got a little sampling of everything, which I think is great. And then of course anything from Mojo Jojo Plans. I also love Amber Plans Her Day and Planything, and and Heather Kell, like I love that we have all these planner friend stickers around. So, okay, so let me go ahead and get some pen on this spread and then I will be right back.
Hey, I heard you want to leave this place where we grew up, this old town, just put it all behind. Remember you and I would always find somewhere to hide when we were kids, so we could see and hear the water run. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. Where will you go? Won't you miss the ones you know? I'll be here hanging on, waiting for your call. Seems like time.
Okay, everybody. So this is our week. It looks like I actually forgot something in here as well. And yeah, it was Delilah has no school on Friday as well. So, but Harrison does. So yeah, we are, oh my gosh, I can't believe we are midway through her second semester of like this first year. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. She's gonna be graduating before I know it. That's so crazy to me. Okay, but I love how this turned out. It's so pretty and soft, and it's exactly like what I would think about if I was thinking about my grandmother. Again, she loved lavender and pastels like this. This is Grandma Sandy right here. Totally. So yeah, I'm really excited with how it turned out, and I hope you all are gearing up to have a fantastic week and all of that good stuff. So if you are new here, hello, my name is Caitlin. I would love it if you would hit that red subscribe button down below and go ahead and follow along and hang out and do all of the things. So thanks again for being here. And if you are one of my returning friends, thank you so much for being here. And here's your internet hug for the day. If you are new, I would love it if you would subscribe, turn on your bell notifications, and if everyone can give the video a thumbs up, that is something that that helps me out so much. Thumbs ups and comments help my videos to get seen by a wider audience, so those things always help. So any of that you can do would be a free way that you can help this channel, so thanks in advance for doing that. And if you would like to, you can find me over on Instagram at creatinginchaos_official and over on the Spiced Chaos podcast, wherever you get your favorite podcasts. You can also shop any of my affiliate links and or coupon codes down below before you pick up your favorite planner products. I have tons of them down there, so make sure that you do check the description box before you shop. I appreciate it so much, so thanks in advance for doing that as well. And by the way, you guys, have fun today.